the reason I get frustrated about people always talking down towards single moms or always blaming women is because I feel like there is such a lack of accountability for men. Like when you talk about women and men, it's always like women need to do this, women need to learn this, women have to learn to be wives, women this and women that. But men don't know how to hold each other accountable. And there needs to be a stop to the stigma of single mothers, because it is both parties' responsibilities to ensure that that structure of the household is met. Because at the end of the day, okay, you say women, they're the gatekeepers of sex and all of that stuff.
Mm.
Because of consent, right?
Mm.
But
And choice after.
but choice is both parties. Like,
No, no, no,
yes,
no, no.
it is.
I'm talking
Yes.
about after you. No, I'm talking about after you've become pregnant.
Okay,
It's
what
up to
choice?
the woman now. It's not the man. The man doesn't really have any legal choice. The reason why we kind of have to be harder on single mothers and the whole idea of single mothers, so is so that it can be a deterrent.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't make it out to be an unfavorable thing, then you will continue to have a large portion of girls that will go out and feel like, well, it's not really a bad thing, it's just a part of our culture, so if it happens to me, it's okay. No, they need to feel like, raw, this could be the worst thing that could happen to me, bro. So even if it's a thing of, yeah, they're throwing their box around but they're careful not to get pregnant, then cool. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not telling girls to not throw their box around, even though that does mess them up. But I'm not telling them not to throw their box around. I'm telling you that, look, bruv, like, or sis, don't become a statistic, fam. Because it's not
Mm-hmm.
easy. Because most of us, we grew up in a home where it was just our mum, and our mum was working 3 jobs or 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually not just one kid. It's usually about 2 or 3 or 4.
And I get that. I just feel like it's the way that certain people handle the situation, because there's a lot of discrimination towards single mothers, but there's not a lot of talk towards deadbeat dads. Like, because they are, obviously circumstances happen, and it's up to. I mean, we're adults, right? So people, obviously, you have kids who they're reckless and they're just decide that they just want to become single moms just to be on benefits and they enjoy that benefit lifestyle. That's a type of, that's a group on its own. But we're talking about adults who consent to sleeping with each other, and sometimes you do have guys who pressurize women like, oh, I don't want to use a condom, oh no no no, let's not use a condom, and who manipulate the situation. But these guys do these things and get away with it because there's not enough light shone on that.
Most of us guys come from single mother households, and most of us guys, we're not co-signing one of our friends being a deadbeat dad. We're not co-signing that because we know what we went through growing up.
Mm-hmm. But socially, it's not. It might be between amongst each other in private, but socially, it's not. And I'm not blaming that on men or women because that's just the way society is structured. The woman is always to blame. If there's,
No,
yes, it
no, no,
is.
bro. Women get more of a cushion in society than men do. You can't argue that, bro.
No, 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 no. What I'm saying, for
How many,
example,
how
hold
many,
on,
how
wait.
many homeless women do you see? Let me ask you this: how many homeless women do you see?
For example, hold on, let me bring in my
How many
example.
homeless women do you see?
Okay, you see less homeless women than men.
Exactly, because women get more of a cushion in society. That's
No,
why.
okay. Well, what I'm saying is that, for example, if a man, like a woman, is sleeping with a married man, for example, the
Mm.
woman would seem to be like, oh, you're a home breaker. She will be the one that will be looked at to have come in and done the damage, whereas it's the guy that's gone outside of his marriage.
Mm.
For all that lady knew, he didn't even have a woman, he didn't even have a wife. That's the kind of perspective that I'm coming from.
Okay,
So
and,
I
and
just,
think about this in your same scenario. Yeah, that guy does that, infidelity, unfaithful. What does the court do to him?
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
Okay.
in society though, in
The
society,
court is society. That is society.
what does the court do?
Well, if the bruh, like, let's put it like this: like, if you get married, if I married you, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
then we live a certain lifestyle, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then I go and cheat, I go outside and mess around, and you divorce me from that, you can take a lot of my money because you have the right to. Ah, yeah, we're
Yeah.
married, and I will step out of our marriage to mess around. You have every right to take money, and nobody's gonna be on my side. Nobody, not even men, are gonna be on my side. So I don't know what you're really saying. I don't really get it.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but there's different categories. Yeah, there's different because we're talking about single mums, single parenthood. Yeah, okay. Financially, yes, the man will get blamed. The woman can take a lot because women can be favored in certain areas. But what I'm talking about when it comes to sexually, especially, the woman is always seen deemed as the hoe, or the one who is the home wrecker. She's a single mom because she chose to be. She's a single mom because she couldn't keep her
No,
legs
no, no, no.
straight.
Listen, the
Mm.
woman is the gatekeeper to sex, right? And so if the girl gets pregnant, she has all the power to make the decision if the pregnancy is going to go all the way or it's going to be stopped. Now, if you are a female and you are in a position with a guy who is not serious, you're not in a relationship, or the guy obviously doesn't want a child with you, it's probably not a good idea to go that direction. In fact, before you're even sleeping with a guy, you might want to have this conversation so that you can protect yourself from ever getting into this situation.
100%. Yeah, I
But a
agree.
lot of girls don't, not even girls, but just people just don't think about it, bruv. This is why I
With
talk.
male and females, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. This is why
Mm-hmm.
I've done videos telling guys stop playing the pull-out game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, even when you, like, listen, bro. Like, even when I sleep with girls and I've slept with girls unprotected, like, bro, I make sure that they taking the pill. I want to see them taking it, bro.
Okay.
I
Okay.
want to see them get the morning after. I want to see them take it, bro. I'll pay for it.
Yeah, 100%. The guy will pay for that.
And
But
I don't even shoot up the club, and I'll still pay for the morning after, fam.
yeah, that's
You know
what
what
I'm
I
saying.
mean?
I just feel like they just, where I'm coming from, I completely agree that women, they need to take accountability. They need to obviously understand who they're sleeping with. They need to understand the risk that, if I do this, then it's likely that he might stay, he might not stay, and it will be all on me because I'm going to be the one carrying that child.
What you just said is what women that are currently single mothers need to be saying to young girls. That's
Okay.
exactly what you just said. But if you notice, you don't really hear single mothers saying that. This is the problem. Whenever they hear any kind of critique of single mothers, they, instead of directing the energy to the young girls so that they can prevent it, they want to argue with the guys, which it doesn't make sense, because what are you winning? Nothing.
I understand if I was to speak to younger females or my younger sisters, to emphasize on the high responsibility of it, that if the guy leaves, just understand that it's all going to be on you.
My channel's one of the most balanced channels out there, bro. I'm telling guys, stop obsessing over chicks, stop chasing after chicks, make sure your life is patterned, and don't be like creating baby mamas.